So Professor Liu is going to show you how to do chapter 2 concept quiz. For the concept quiz has two parts. Part 1 is a one programming question, and I will require you to create two Java files. The first Java file is small square components, and you will do the following steps. Initialize rectangle objects, so look like this, exact like this, and draw a small square. Then you move 20 to the right, 30 down, and you also draw the same size of rectangle again. Okay, then you need to have the so you are going to use this file, use this example. We want to extend JComponent. So there are many ways to draw a graph, but today we are going to use the JComponent way. JComponent way. Is okay? Then we need to use a view small square component. Then this your golden 7 line. And we use this example to help you. It's okay? So I am going to start to do this program right now. I'll do file, new, and Java projects. I'm going to call this as chapter 2 concept quiz. Let me write down 2022 for chapter 2 concept quiz. It's okay? And I finish. I don't create a module. Now right here. And as I told you, I want you to create a small square component. The small square component, I want you inherit. So small square component is going to inherit JComponent. When we inherit JComponent, the way we write is this. Public class, and we're going to call small square component extend JComponent. That means inherit. So right click it and new, and I'm going to do a class, new class. All right, so here, as I told you, I want to call this right here, then exactly the same name. Let's call it small square component. It's okay. Small square component is a class. Whenever it's a class, never click on this. Never click on this. So I finish this. Don't click on this. Finish. So as soon as I have here, remember I say it's going to inherit JComponent. So I'm coming here. I'm this line right now. I have to say extended JComponent. Okay, I want to do like that, and because then this way I inherit JComponent, and I click the X out and say import JComponent. So now the JComponent is inherit right now. Or for the JComponent, I believe I show you already. In the JComponent, in order to draw, you must use pen component, and this is you cannot argue. You just need to write it down. So public, all right, and void pen component. Okay, pen component. All right. So and you want, and this is you have to use graphic G, because that's is inside uh, the library. All right. So these are required because add your JComponent. Add your JComponent right here. All right. So I'm going to do Java API A. And if I go to JComponent, Alright, so if I go to JComponent, so I inherit a JComponent. That means I have to follow JComponent rule. For the JComponent to draw a graphic, you want to draw a graphic, you need to use a pen component. You need to use a pen component. That's this one. That's this one you are using right now. Pen component. And the pen component is required to use graphic. That's first level of the first dimension of the first level of the graphic. Alright, so I'm here right now. So if I require you use JComponent, I also require you use pen component. It's okay. At the pen component, we are using G. So the first thing you have to do, graphic 2D. So let me upgrade to graphic 2D and we call it G2 equal. Then you are going to say graphic 2D and G. So you upgrade your first level to the second level, to the two-dimensional level, and graphic 2D will be given to you. Alright, so now we need to follow this right now. The fourth thing we need to do. We're going to create a small rectangle, initialize small rectangle. At left top corner is 10, 20, all size 40. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to say rectangle. Alright, and I'm going to call this small rectangle. Okay, small rectangle. Then here I'm going to say new rectangle. That's a rule. You have to write like that. Is that right? And we're going to give the size right here is 10, 20, and 40, 40. It's okay. That's a rule that's the number one we ask you to write. Alright, we ask you to write. So to initialize a small square, you do rectangle, small rectangle, small square. Let me put small square. Small square. Small square. Okay? So rectangle, small square. New rectangle 10, 20, 40, 40 because left top corner and all size. Next, we need to draw it. We need to use G2 to draw it. So only G2 can draw. Sorry. I already have a G2, but I didn't write it correctly. This one is going to call G2. It's okay? Alright. Now I'm already right now. So use G2 to draw. Alright. Your G2 can draw. Only G2 and G can draw. Alright, so I'm going to draw small square. And your eclipse, no, you have one rectangle or rectangle object. So it will fill up the space for you. So we draw this right now. Next, I'm going to move 20 pixel right, 30 pixel down. So I am going to, only object can move, right? So you do small square and move a square. And square is translate. Square is move is translate. And you want to trans 20 to the right and 30 down. That's translate. So after you translate these, you're going to draw it again. You're going to draw it again. So you do draw, use G2. G2 dot draw. And the only shape I have is small square. So it will fill up for you. It will fill up for you. So I'm done for this right now. So I finished my small square component. my small square component, because I told you has to base on JComponent. So you have to based on, you use another keyword is extended. Extended. That's based on means inherit. The other word to say is inherit. You extend it, inherit. That's based on. That's also the same meaning as a based on. So when I finish this part, I cannot run it because I don't have my main program yet. So I have to coming back, use the Java file, and I'm going to create a class called view small square components. Is okay? So, and based on like this. So I am coming to my source file here, right click it, and new. And this time I also do the class. The thing is, I'm going to call this view small square, all right, component. It's okay. And this time I have to check void static main now. All right, I'm here right now. And here I have to use my friend. I need, because only friend you can read the component from a friend. All right, you are doing window programming, right? So you want to base on this right now. So you want to say JFriend, okay, and you say friend or my friend, doesn't matter, equal new JFriend. It's okay. Then your program, because I've been doing for a while, so they automatically know you need to insert JFriend. If you don't click on X, and right here they will insert the JFriend library for you. And we're going to set size here, friend set size, okay. And here I gave 300, 400. You can do like that. You can do any number. It's okay. And next, we want to do the friend set title. And the friend is the object you put right here. It's okay. Set title. And we are going to call this is a small square. Small square quiz. Is that right? Okay. I'm done right now. And I always need to be able to close. So I say friend set default, and don't type too much. It's right here already. And so you don't make mistake. And JFriend, and usually you just continue exit right here. So if you do not type too much, Eclipse will look for the most appropriate correct thing you need to type. Okay. Now we already have a small square component. So we're going to write down here small square component. Is okay. Component. I did it wrong. Small square component. Small square component. Okay, then I'm going to say, oh, that's a component, I'm going to use it, right? I'm going to call component. Then equal to new small square component. Is okay? So it tell you what you're supposed to write. And I put semicolon. All right. So it tell you I'm going to add the small square component I just created, and I'm going to create an object for that. It's called components. Okay, component. Then I am going to say I have to add it. My friend, all right, that add and this component. Okay, so the Eclipse usually know what is the best thing you need to add for. You need to select. So we select for you. Then we're going to set this friend the set visible and to true. Alright, so these are the golden 7 lines you must memorize. These are the golden 7 lines you must memorize. So I have this right now. I have two files, small square component and square view small square component. When I run this program here, when I run, then I'm going to see this. So I have a two square, and the title is small square components. Small square component. All right. So I hope you like this